One day in history, someone asked God, give me a home where the Buffalo roam, and thus God made McAlester. And 24 games have come and gone, and now at number 25, McAlester basketball wraps up the regular season here at home against their rivals by the Red River. Will today's games on Valentine's Day be a date of destiny, or will it end in heartbreak? We're about to find out. Hello and welcome to the McAlester Activity Center, a.k.a. the MAC in McAlester, Oklahoma. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, alongside Chase McNutt, and you're tuned in to the Lady Buffalo pregame show here on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM on the KNED app, as well as at McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED tab. Video streaming on the McAlester Radio YouTube channel. This afternoon, we have the Durant Lady Lions and your McAlester Lady Buffaloes. Partner, happy Valentine's Day. It's a pleasure to have a date with you today calling a couple of games, but that should be full of emotion and excitement today as well.
Yeah, partner, I'm very excited to be here today. First time in a little bit over, I think maybe 10 days or so since I've been here with you guys, and I'm just excited for it to be the Durant side of it as well. I didn't get to do the one earlier this season, so it'll be a good look, and it'll be a good way to hopefully close out the regular season for both of the Buffalo teams today.
Yep, there's a little bit on the line for the boys team for Durant, but other than that, the only thing that's on the line today are bragging rights, and with these teams being rivals, those sometimes matter more than district standings to these players. Let's look at the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. They're 5-19 on the year, led by second-year head coach Courtney Bashirs. McAlester had it at a 30-23 game in the third quarter, 42%, and was 75% from the line to Glenpool's 25%. But offensive rebounds, turnovers, and the three ball won it for the Lady Warriors. Glenpool made 12 three-pointers, had 15 offensive rebounds to McAllister's 4, and 4 steals. Rylan Lestow had 9 points on 4 of 7 shooting and 6 rebounds, and Mila Cole hauled in 7 rebounds for the Lady Buffaloes as well. Now let's take a look at the Durant Lady Lions. 15-6 on the year. They cannot win the district. Just want to reiterate that. So Durant's going to finish at second place. McAlester is going to finish at 8th. That can't change based on what happens today or anywhere else in the district. But they're 15-6, led by head coach Tony Robinson. They're averaging 39.7 points per game, which doesn't usually sound like a 15-6 team, but it's because they only give up 35.6 points per game. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes, when they won the 2022 state championship, they had a little bit more points per game, but that was around what they gave up every game with that 35.6 mark. So far this season, they finished third in the Medill Winter Classic, third in the Ada tournament. They were 1-1 in the Atoka tournament, and they beat McAlester earlier this season by a score of 43-31 in Durant in the second game of the year. It was a 2-point game at halftime, and McAlester was in it until the end of the third quarter, but turnovers led to 13 more shot attempts for Durant on their way to shooting 2% better and 12% better from deep. Outside turnovers and three-point percentage, every other stat was identical, including out-rebounding Durant by 2. Some top performers in that game, again, Cambry Zoomer had 13 points, Rylan Lesnow with 6 points and 8 boards with 5 steals as well, and Mila Cole, 7 points and 8 rebounds. But if McAlester wants to defeat the Durant Lady Lions, again, this game is pretty much just for bragging rights. It's a glorified exhibition here between two rivals because even though it's a district game, both teams' their district standings are set at 2 and 8 respectively. Durant, I believe, will be hosting Will Rogers. And as for McAlester, they'll be going to Booker T here in a couple of weeks. But if McAlester wants to get the upset and end the regular season on a high note, who has to step up today for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes, Chase?
Well, Brandon, we're going to start with Cambry Zoomer. She's going to have to facilitate good offense and knock down open shots that she's going to get because we know she's going to get open shots. She's really good at getting to her spots, and some of the games I've called previously, it's just been shots just not falling, and that's just how the ball rolls sometimes. But as you mentioned yesterday, coming off a 12-point game, 42% field goal, and you'll live with that. Knock down a couple of threes. They're going to need her to facilitate tonight, especially against a team that you only scored 31 points against last time. And now the other player I've got, the second of 3 that is, I've got Rylan Lesnow. It's the same thing I say every single time I mention her in my players to watch. She's got to stay out of foul trouble, which, again, she did last night. And they played really good basketball for about, 2.5 quarters before things kind of started rolling the other direction. But if the Lady Buffaloes want to repeat that from yesterday, but instead extend it through all 4 quarters, they're going to need her on the floor. Essentially at all times. And then finally, it's going to be Mila Cole. Cole can be a good third scorer for the Buffaloes if she gets the chance, and she can help clean up the boards. She had 7 last night, and that could be a huge help, especially when you're struggling to score the basketball, getting second opportunities. They're going to need some more of what she did yesterday tonight, and I think she can do that against this Lady Lion team.
All right, and going into our keys of the game for the Lady Buffaloes.
Well, number one, and this is in bold, limit turnovers. They're coming off a game yesterday where they had 30 turnovers. They're not going to have to do, or excuse me, they're going to have to do much better than that tonight if they want to come out with a win. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you turn the ball over like that, you're not going to win. So limit turnovers is number one. And then the second one, I already kind of talked about offense, but sustain offense for all 4 quarters. And some of the games I've called with you guys this season, the Lady Buffaloes have had some stretches where they just go on some droughts, and it's normally it's like 1 quarter out of 4, and that is normally what ends up hurting them throughout the end of the game. If they can go, and you don't even have to shoot super high, but if you can get around, I would say 10 points a quarter, I feel like they'd be in a good spot to be in this game come the 4th quarter. And then finally, scoring droughts can be helped by what? Getting to the free throw line. Mm-hmm. So if the Lady Buffaloes can penetrate, create some contact, get to the line, and knock down their free throws, they'll have a chance to hopefully win this one when we get down to the end of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, McAlester played a good enough game against Glenpool despite the 30 turnovers. I mean, they were at 14 at the end of the first half and only down by 7 points. So, and that was against the top team in 5A4. So if McAlester can play a similar game to what they played yesterday, but cut down on the turnovers, again, Durant's going to like to apply pressure. That you see their 35.6 points per game that they give up. Chase, you're right on the money. I think if McAlester can just get to the free throw line, get your points that way, convert it to the free throw line like they've done most of the year, I think McAllister's going to be in good shape. And also use their post presence to their advantage. You have a Rylan Luss now, Taylor Williams, and a Mila Cole, and there's only about 1 or 2 Durant players that can match up with them down inside the paint. Try to get them the ball, but Durant's going to try to make sure that you don't get across the half-court line throughout the day as well. Again, 5-19, McAlester trying to improve to 6-19 and end the regular season with a exclamation point rather, as we're about to have our starting lineups, our national anthem, all that stuff coming up here in about 3 minutes from the back here on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes. For over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance, bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top-tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, Mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in. To keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Well, it looked like we were going to be 36 seconds away from our national anthem and starting lineups, tip-off, all that stuff, but it looks like we're still warming up, and there's no one in sight of us getting ready for this game here. So we're going to be starting a little bit later here. We'd like to give a shout-out to our sponsors, Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Fenton Nissan McAlester, W.E. Alford Propane, The Bank & A, Stipe Law Firm, and Vickers Power Sports. So as you show each other love today on Valentine's Day, make sure you show some love to our sponsors as well so that we can continue to do this year in and year out. It's because of them that we get to go to all these games and provide you guys updates and play-by-play for the entire basketball season. And also, Chase, you're getting ready you actually already started some postseason basketball last night. Indianola at Stewart, right?
Yes, the Indianola girls won the district championship over Stewart in game number 1. That was their first district championship, and as far back as my research could go was 14 years, and it's the first one in at least that amount of time. So congratulations to the Warriorettes on that. But then the Stewart boys last night, they did what they've been doing all season long. They're 26-0 now, the only undefeated team in either Class B1 or B2, and they won their 4th straight district title as well. Not to mention Jaron Whedon, we put this on our Facebook. He scored 50 points last night as well, so it was a great game to be a part of. I think you've got. Do you have something to relay here?
I don't know. Randy Hughes is trying to speak like sign language to me, and he's talking to me like he's 5 feet from me, but I can't understand the thing he's saying. I said, "Hey, text me," and he goes, "I don't have my phone," and I do not speak. No, Nate, I need you to stay here. Someone's going to be running me a message. It looks like here. But, Chase, while I'm getting this message, tell us where you're going to be going. Well, we don't know really where we're going to be going next week. But
well, I know what my schedule is going to be like. So regionals will move on next week for Tuesday. That's where the Stewart boys and Indianola girls will play. The two teams that lost, the Stewart girls and the Indianola boys, they'll be playing on Thursday. And obviously, if you win on Tuesday, you go to the regional championship, which is what Stewart and Indianola will have the chance to do. On the boys and the girls side, then flip-flop that on Thursday. If you lose, your season is done. So we don't know yet exactly, but the games are going to be on Tuesday and Thursday for regionals, and then area, I believe, is the week after that.
And if you want to keep up with any of our games, again, it's going to be on Rock 105.1 FM, but as we start to call those games, we will be posting those to our Facebook page so that you can tune in and keep up with all the action no matter where you're at. And Chase will be on the call for those games as well, especially as we get towards the state tournament as well. We'll try to cover any local teams. I'd say, the Stewarts, the Kiowas, the Pittsburghs, even the Hartshorns, if we can, that makes it to the state tournament. We'll try to get them on Rock 105.1 FM as well. So I did get a relayed message. We don't have officials right now. There are no referees in the building currently. So we are having this game on a hold for a moment, and that's why we're still warming up. But we do not have any officials. So the game is on hold for just a bit while we wait for officials to come through. So that is the official word. Now, this has happened to you before this year, hasn't it? Or it's happened to somebody. Or was it football?
It happened to me in football a couple years ago when I was working in Bartlesville. They showed up, and it was 15 minutes before the game, and teams walked out for the coin toss, but there were no officials. We got that close to the game, and they had to call it off.
What is it with you going to games and there being official problems? Because not this last softball season, but the season before that, there was a home plate umpire that got overheated, got sick, and it was like a 30 to 45 minute delay.
He threw up behind home plate. Yeah.
I just call it what it is.
Let's just say what happened. Yeah, I don't think we were lucky enough to get that on video, I don't think. But, yeah, that did happen last year.
That guy's like, I'm glad that you didn't get it on video.
Well, and this wasn't an officials thing, but just 2 weeks ago, I went to a game where in the warm-ups, a backboard was shattered, so the game didn't get played. And that was like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know, man. Maybe I just bring the bad luck.
No,
I don't know.
Well, if McAlester wins 2 tonight or even splits 1-1, I think that you're going to be pretty good luck for tonight.
The Lady Buffaloes could absolve me of that.
Let's go. Well, while we do wait on our officials, let's thank our sponsors one more time. We're going to send it back to commercial break, and when we come back, hopefully we have a few officials so that we can get this day started. You're listening to, hopefully, McAlester Basketball on KNED.
This February, it's about more than getting from place to place. It's about how you feel every time you get behind the wheel. From comfortable sedans to versatile SUVs, there's a Nissan designed to fit your life. With thoughtful design, advanced technology, and the confidence to go wherever life takes you. And right now, enjoy rates as low as 0% and top dollar for your trade. This February, love what you drive. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with a Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, land soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, "I'm done." And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Welcome back to the McAlester Activity Center. As you're watching on your video screen, or maybe you're about to listen to me say this, we are still waiting for officials here at the McAlester Activity Center in the final game of the 2025-2026 basketball regular season. It's McAlester and Durant. And as we wait for officials, we're going to take a little bit of an extended break. If you're listening on KNED, we'll go back to traditional programming, just playing some music while we wait for the officials to come in and get our games started. If you're watching on the video stream, there'll be a ticker explaining kind of the situation, and they'll be running until we get back to our play here. But, of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Fitton Nissan McAlester, W.E. Alford Propane, The Bank & A, Stipe Law Firm, and Vigorous Power Sports. Again, we have the final games of the regular season coming up on Valentine's Day here. It'll be the girls and the boys taking on the Durant Lady Lions and Lions, respectively, and we hope to get that going here in just a bit. But, again, we will take a break until we get back to the action again on KND, back to your classic country hits, and on the video stream, enjoy our nice made graphic from Mr. Nate Brown himself. We will have a ticker as well running at the bottom of the screen. But again, Brandon Green, Chase McNutt will be back on the call here in just a moment. hopefully you're listening to McAlester Basketball on KNED. A wild day here on Valentine's Day. As soon as the rain would not let up from the beginning of the day, you knew something was going to be wild, and it has been a little wild. We did not have officials for the 3 p.m. start that we had for the girls, so to our knowledge, there's been a couple of changes here, but the latest update that we had is that McAlester has had to forfeit that game. Now, there are discussions that it could change to go to Tuesday at Durant. That is a discussion that is still up in the air. When we hear anything final, we will let you know, but the latest update that we received is that McAlester would have to forfeit this game. The Lady Buffaloes had to. So that is the latest update that we have had. We still have the boys going on, and currently happening at center court, we have Rodney Washington celebrating his 1,000th point that he ended up earning yesterday against Glenpool in a 66-48 win. It was a left elbow floater that ended up falling for point 1,000 and 1,001. And what was really cool is he got his 1,000th point the same night that we celebrated Brandon Smith receiving his 1,000th point 2 weeks ago against Tulsa Memorial. So a proud moment here for Rodney Washington. We are proud for him as the fans that have stuck it out through the delays give him a round of applause here at the McAlester Activity Center. But we'll do this again. I'm Brandon Green alongside Chase McNutt. It's time to preview the boys as the boys are 16-8 on the year, locked in at the 3 seed in the 5A4 standings. As for the Durant Lions, they're 6-15, but 4 out of their 6 wins have occurred in district play, where they're 4-8 and currently 5th place. Now, between Durant and Tahlequah, if Durant is tied with Tahlequah at the end of the year, Tahlequah will still jump them because they won by more points in their 2 games, unless there's a 3-way tie, but it doesn't look like that's going to shape up that way. But Durant really needs this win if they want to stay above Tahlequah and increase their chances of finishing at a 5 spot in the 5A4 standings. McAlester, they know where they're going to finish. They're finished at 3rd, and it looks like as of right now, they're still going to Collinsville and will be playing Bishop Kelly in the first game there. But that's what we're looking at. The McAlester Buffaloes coming off a 66-48 win last night, in which their post presence, that's what really won them the game. They were out-rebounding the Glenpool Warriors 12-4 offensively. They forced 18 turnovers to 12 themselves, and they just never really felt like they had a doubt in who was going to win that game. But there was a little bit of a doubt who was going to win the game the last time we played the Durant Lions. McAlester was down by 16 at one point to the Lions and shot 1 of 21 through 3 quarters from downtown and just 27% from the field overall, and still won that game behind a solid fourth quarter showing in which they outscored the Durant Lions. What was it, 26-11 in the fourth quarter. Rodney Washington put the cherry on top with a steal and dunk that secured the 61-57 win. Looking at the Durant Lions, they're 6-15 on the year, led by head coach Aaron George, averaging 47.9 points per game, giving up 60.7 points per game. They finished 6th in the Medill Winter Classic. They were 0-2 in the Ada tournament, 1-1 in the Atoka tournament, and they beat Tahlequah last night, in which is a big win for them to try to jump Tahlequah overall in the 5A4 standings. But if McAlester wants to hold a determined Durant team away, who's going to have to step up for the McAlester Buffaloes tonight, Chase?
Well, Brandon, we've got 3 guys here that I'll mention, and I do want to say we do have officials officially. They just walked onto the floor, so that is probably the best news all day so far. But I've got Rodney Washington here at number 1. You mentioned last night he eclipsed 1,000 points. And tonight for the Buffaloes, he's going to have to pace them in scoring as he has most of the season. We've seen some times, especially recently, where he was scoring under 20 and they had some losses. So he's going to have to be above that, I would think, tonight. And he'll need some help from some other guys like Davian Pouncil, who is a good third option behind Brandon Smith, who is, again, the other player to watch. His defense can lead to offense, and I think with those 3 guys doing what they can do, it can lead them to a win today.
All right, now we have the starting lineups. We'll go to the Durant Lions first, again led by head coach Aaron George. It's Tayshawn Williams. Also number 1, Joseph Flores. Number 2, Boston Browder. Also number 3, just going right down the line, Leon Stone. And then number 25, Kenyon Johnson for the Durant Lions. Again, currently 5th in the 5A4 standings. Now for the McAlester Buffaloes, 16-8 on the year, wearing their home white uniforms with the black numerals on the front and back. As for the Lions, they're wearing their road red jerseys with the white numbers on the front and back. So I'm going to send it down to the floor for Michael Carpenter with the starting lineups.
Point guard. He is 6'1" with wearing the number jersey 2. Brandon Smith. With his height at 6'2" and 205. Number 3, Rodney Washington. At number 5, Davian Council. And the big boy in the middle, number 24, David Hill. And the freshman, Jasper Meade.
Well, I would say Michael did a pretty solid job down there.
Yeah, first time PA in basketball, not too bad.
Not too bad, but man, I'm so happy to be here through everything that's happened so far today. I just want to say you're killing it. I know that we've had to jump through some hoops, but man, I'm ready to call some hoops on this Saturday. How about you?
Absolutely, and let's have our tip-off brought to you by T&W Tire McAlester. Say hi to Gail and Doug. See their technicians for brakes, suspensions, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. They carry Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands to fit your budget. 918-426-6571. McAlester will be moving it right to left across your radio dial and video screen. As for the Lions, they'll be moving it left to right when they have the ball. I am finally ready to play some basketball here today. It's been a little while. We've had a 2-hour delay. We've had to cancel one game today, but we are ready for one game and one game only on this Valentine's Day, and it's a rivalry. The Buffs and the Lions. One more time. Ball's in the air. Tip is won by McAlester, and it's basketball time here on Cupid's Day. Between the circles, Brandon Smith has the ball, and we're underway in a 1-3-1 zone defense for the Durant Lions. Something a little bit different than what they did in the second game of the year. A lob to the near corner is tipped in thin air by Leon Stone, and that's an early steal by the Lions. That's how they're going to win this game, but they forced McAlester turnovers just as they did back in the second game of the regular season. They did not face Jasper Meade in that game, though. He is in the starting lineup against the Lions for the first time in his varsity career. Straight away, stopping at the left elbow, Joseph Flores gets it back out to Williams between the circles. And a slight handoff to Flores. Flores drives, kicks near corner three for the lead to start this one off. Won't go. Meek has the rebound. And Meek gives off to Washington. Ahead to Caven Hill breaking loose. Hill creates positioning. Low post. Looked like he was fouled. They say block shot. Lions have the rebound going the other way. Still scoreless. 7:05 remaining in quarter number one. Left wing into the corner. Wide open three from the corner is drained by Leon Stone, the senior averaging 5.7 per game.
Well, that was a lapse defensively by McAlester. Left him wide open in the corner, and good job knocked down the open shot for Durant.
Brandon trying to talk to Rodney about how they want to set up their offense here against this now 3-2 zone. Near corner, driving baseline. Brandon lobs it inside for Caven Hill, who's wide open, and one. Excellent look from Smith to Hill.
That was a... Oh, go ahead, partner.
Oh, go ahead. I'm going to do a live read here in just a bit.
I was going to say that was a great play by Brandon Smith going baseline. The defense drew over to him, and they left Caven wide open underneath, and he got the tough bucket.
As Braylon King checks in for Kenyon Johnson, this trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big Feed Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Hill's big bend in the knees, can't make the free throw. Pouncil has the offensive rebound, driving in. Tough contested two, won't go. Ball's out wide, taken out by the three-point line by Joseph Flores in stride. He'll enter, left elbow floater over Rodney, won't go. Offensive board put back easy for Braylon King right off the bench.
Braylon King with that.
5-2, Lions lead the Buffs, 6:24 left in the first. Rodney left open for the right wing three, left that short. Plenty of red inside the paint. Another rebound by Flores. McAlester has the easy size advantage in this game. There's no one over 6'3" listed on the Durant roster as we have a ball that gets hit out of bounds by Smith there in the corner. McAlester has multiple people listed at 6'3" and higher on their roster.
Yeah.
Inbound, baseline, a hit off of the baseline on the inbound, so that's a turnover on Durant as Tayshawn Williams was the intended target who was open for a moment off that right block.
Well, Durant has started out well so far. That's what you want for a team that has struggled like they have against a team like McAlester. I know they played close earlier this season, but McAlester has had the better season up to this point. This is a great start. You can't ask for more.
Bounce pass, double teamed, Hill, back outside, Brandon for the tie, far corner, Trey, won't go. Offensive board, Davian Pouncil, one-on-one low post, fell out of his hands wrong, gets his own rebound, goes back up, and is fouled again. And right now, McAlester knows that they have the absolute advantage down the paint. I mean, the offensive rebounds are coming easy so far for McAlester. Pouncil there with 3 already in the game. Coach George wants an early timeout before the Pouncil free throws. We'll take it with them. 5:53 left in the first, 5-2. Durant leads McAlester early on KNED.
This February, it's about more than getting from place to place. It's about how you feel every time you get behind the wheel. From comfortable sedans to versatile SUVs, there's a Nissan designed to fit your life. With thoughtful design, advanced technology, and the confidence to go wherever life takes you. And right now, enjoy rates as low as 0% and top dollar for your trade. This February, love what you drive. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Finn Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at finnnissan.com.
5:53 remaining in the first quarter. The Durant Lions lead at 5-2 over McAlester. McAllister's dominated the boards early in the first 2 minutes, but Durant's caught McAllister's defense out of sync a couple of times for their 2 buckets. Pouncil's first free throw is in the air in a quiet gym and can't make the first free throw. McAllister so far 0 of 2 from the line, as Pouncil on the season, a 46% free throw shooter. That was his first free throw against the Lions this year.
And this was actually going to be one of my keys of the game, Brandon, was to make free throws as he makes that one.
Yeah, splits the trip at the line as that clanks off the iron a couple of times and falls, and it's 5-3.
If this game is going to be anything like it was earlier this season, free throws are going to be a factor here today, so that's why they're so important.
Flores shovel pass into the corner, working around to the top of the key is Browder. Browder, guarded by Hill outside the perimeter, drives in, kicks down low post on a bounce, and easy 2 made down there in the low post by Braylon King again. 7-3, McAllister trailing by 4. Durant wanting to apply pressure. McAllister beats that pressure with one pass to meet. That's standing by the white line. Pouncil currently has it, gets a white line to Rodney. Rodney works off a screen by Hill, passes back angle right. Pouncil all the way into the corner. Smith open for the near corner. 3, paying it gold. Rips the cords and makes it a 1-point game.
Well, that was almost as good as the look he had earlier, and this time he was able to knock it down. He's now 1 of 2 from deep.
That's also a welcome sign because McAllister only had 2 made threes the entire game against Durant. As Brandon Smith knocks it loose, Brandon to the races. Other side of the floor. Layup is made. As thought they got a little bit too much mustard on it, but it hit off that left side of the rim and fell. McAllister takes the lead all by Brandon Smith with the last 5 points. Look kind of rough off his hand. Again, Brandon strips it loose, but taken back by the Lions. In the paint, no look pass inside. King's shot is blocked by Hill down in the low post. Hill throws it ahead, finding Rodney. Rodney past one man into the paint. Left-handed layup is good, and McAllister's finding the stride. 10-7, Buffalo's on a run. Like Forrest Gump, 4:25 left in the first. Joseph Flores reverses direction, stops high post, guarded by Rodney. Feeds it out near corner, and working around the corner is Browder, averaging 6.6 a game as a sophomore. Now tries to drive on Rodney. Stops, step back, right wing 3 is in and out. Smith fighting for the rebound, grabs it and throws it to Jasper Meades, who is fading out of bounds. There should be a foul called, and there will be. This will be the 3rd team foul on the Lions. It's on Joseph Flores. That'll be Flores' first. Again, team 3rd just about halfway through the first quarter.
I will say McAllister, they've forced some turnovers the last few possessions defensively, but on the possessions Durant has scored, they're letting the guards just get a little too deep, and that's what's leaving a guy open on the block, and they've capitalized a couple times.
Smith passes angle right to Pouncil. Pouncil standing on that secondary Buffalo logo, dribbles it to the front court. Passes high post to Hill. Hill in the paint, 8-foot jumper, banks it in. And McAllister right now a 9-0 run. Lead at 12-7.
Maybe Saturday, but bank is still open.
Especially this delayed into the evening now as we're getting closer towards the nighttime hours here. 3:38 left in the first. By the way, if you're wanting to do something on Valentine's Day, still got plenty of time to make it out to the MAC and enjoy a great game between 2 rivals with your date. Right elbow, back outside, far corner, set up 3 is too short. Flying in, Pouncil with the board. Another rebound here early for him. Rodney splits defenders, passes in the corner. Taking the long 2 is Brandon Smith from the short corner and makes it to make it 14-7. He has McAllister's 7 other 14 points.
I thought that was a great look by him. He could have settled for the 3, which still would have been a good look, but felt more comfortable taking the dribble and knock down the shot.
That's what I thought he was going to do. Here's a strip dribble back to the near corner. Flores thought about the mid-range jumper. Back outside, straightaway 3 is made by number 5, Tyson Thompson. See, he came off the bench. I was looking for his name. And also Durant kind of napping on the other side as Davian Pouncil crashes towards the low post and gets the N1. Chance to get those 3 points right back.
And I believe that's the 4th team foul, so just one more will put the Buffaloes in the double bonus here in the first quarter.
That's the 2nd personal on Braylon King, who has had 4 points himself. Checking in for him looks to be number 23, Malachi Valier. Also, Case Patton will come in for Brandon Smith.
Checking in for the Buffalo.
Buffalo's looking really good right now, both in terms of playing well with their fouls, no fouls currently, and overcoming that sluggish, slow first 2 minutes. Pouncil's free throw, he completes the 3-point play, and it's 17-10 McAllister with 2:50 left in the first quarter. Flores near sideline to Thompson, who just hit that last three. And outside the perimeter, Caven Hill. He'll follow his defender, Thompson. Now at the top of the key, Williams spin move out to the high post.
Yep.
And he traveled with a spin move attempt. Just took an extra step after he maintained control of the ball, and he'll go back to the Buffaloes after the turnover.
Yeah, I thought that was really good defense. That's what they kind of call pulling the chair, as he tried to throw contact into, I think Pouncil was the defender there, and he just kind of stepped back and let the offensive player just kind of stumble, and that's where that walk came in. It's a good play.
On the edge of the circle, finds Pouncil. Pouncil wants to drive the entire way, straight to low post, can't get the shot to go, gets his own rebound, goes back up with the hook shot, can't make that one. Long rebound by Patton. McAllister's third chance of points. Far corner. Pouncil open for three, left that short as it grazes the iron. McAllister can't get it on 3 attempts. Now throwing it ahead. Valier stops as he was guarded well by Pouncil. That helped to set up the offense in the front court. Out right wing, Flores. Inside the three-point line, back outside. Right elbow drive. Looks inside on the bounce and too wide for Kenyon Johnson off that left block. Jacoby Boyd will check in for the first time for the Buffaloes, giving Pouncil his first break.
And I thought that was there again. That was another good play by Durant. Again, McAllister's just letting those guards get a little bit too deep, and that's what's kind of forcing that held defense to come over, and it's leaving a guy open on the block. That time, thankfully, it was a bad pass and went out of bounds.
Washington will take it down the floor with Boyd, Hill, Patton, and Meat on the floor. Boyd currently has the far sideline. Passes short corner to Meat. Meat back outside to Boyd. Angle right. Dribbles a little bit further back into the front court.
And Boyd's got, there he is. He had Patton wide open in the corner.
Near corner Patton to the left elbow. Pop and shot two will go for Caven Hill. He's your team leader in field goal percentage at 53%, and he already has 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting today.
Not too bad to start here for the Buffaloes in quarter one.
On the drive, double team to the low post. In trouble as Thompson gets it back out top of the key. On the drive, nice attempt by Williams. Left it short. Hill with the rebound. Hill has his pocket pick, gathers it before it goes out of bounds. Feeds to Washington, 19-10 score. McAllister looking to go up double digits. 1:09 left in the first. Washington takes the straightaway three, in and out. Meat flies high for the rebound. Meat put back is good. Buffaloes 21 points here in the first quarter, lead at 21-10 over the Lions.
I think, is it an 18-3 run right now?
Since they were, yeah, that's an 18-3 run since the Lions went up 7-3. On the top of the key, Patton has the ball get stripped to him. Patton off to the races. Layup on the other side in transition. Got it and one. 3rd and 1 of the quarter for the McAllister Buffaloes. And as one famous member from Duck Dynasty once said, they're cooking with peanut oil.
At the line for your Buffaloes, Case.
So Case Patton will attempt the 3-point play as McAllister leads at 23-10. Rodney takes a break. Gianni Fazio checks in, as well as Ty Moscato. Hill, the only starter remaining on the floor, as Meat takes a break as well.
You really can't ask for a better start here in quarter number 1, especially with how weird the day has been.
Patton's free throw takes a shooter's bounce and falls. It's 24-10, a 21-3 run for the Buffaloes. 38 seconds left in the first. Flores dribbling left, handing off. Back by the circle to Thompson. Thompson trying to drive on Boyd, passes off left wing to Flores, who still works around the front court. Again, McAllister did not get off to this hot of a start at all in Durant, so it's a welcome sight to see against the Lions. It seems like they always struggle against the Lions for whatever reason. That win that they had back in December was their first win over Durant since 2023.
Oof.
15 seconds left in the first. Stone, edge of the logo. White line between the legs, tries to cross over Patton. He's right there with them on the drive. Feeds it baseline, not ready for it. Was Boston Browder as it bounces out of his hands, out of bounds. And it was there. Like I said, they've had pretty good drawn-up plays here by Coach George. They're just not executing so far today.
It was also a good job by Case Patton forcing the offensive player to make the pass and cut him off on the drive.
To Patton with 3 seconds. Patton, three-quarter court. He took that's a travel. Took 3 steps. There's the buzzer, and that's the end of the first quarter. But you couldn't have asked for more from the McAllister Buffaloes in quarter number 1. They lead at 24-10 behind a 21-3 run to end the quarter. You're listening to McAllister Basketball on KNED.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with a Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Beginning the second quarter, the McAlester Buffaloes looking to make it 2 in a row against their rivals by the Red River, the Lions, this season. They won the first one by 4 games as Jacoby Boyd banging off of number 1, Joseph Flores, all the way down the floor. There's the whistle, and McAllister's first foul of the second quarter as the clock is continuing to run here. And still running. Checking in, Brandon Smith will come in for Ty Moscato. On the floor is Boyd, Smith, Patton, Fazio, and Boyd.
Clock is still running.
We've had about 30 seconds go off the clock here. Inbound near corner. Thompson goes baseline, well guarded by Patton. Work off his pivot foot, lobs it, and getting it at the right wing area as Williams spins past Smith into the free throw line. Flores is fouled by Boyd. That's back-to-back fouls on Jacoby.
Yeah, and there wasn't a single foul called on McAlester in that entire first quarter, and they get too quick here in the first 40 seconds.
Clock does stop at 7:21 left in the half.
And Boyd will sit down with those quick two.
Thompson will inbound, ball overhead. Looks, everyone's well guarded. Feeds it high post, it's intercepted. Brandon Smith, 2-on-2 in transition. Getting it over to Rodney Washington. Two-handed slam down on the left side of the floor. 26-10, what a feed by Brandon Smith. That's how you run the transition.
I know we don't stat assist, but I almost want to just give that one to Brandon for that in the stat sheet.
Low post, triple teamed outside, tipped pass taken back by Thompson. Inside, Pouncil with the near steal. Outside, Williams for 3, got it right down the hoop. And that ends a 23-3 run by McAlester. They lead 26-13, trying to pick it back up. Patton inside, pass is tipped out of bounds by Williams on the other side of the floor.
That was actually good recovery by Durant because the Buffs had the numbers at first. It was a 2-1 break. Very quickly it became 2-2 and then 2-3, and that was a good deflection, but McAlester keeps possession here.
Inbound, Rodney spots up near corner. 3 won't go. Offensive rebound, Davian Pouncil again. Up for a tough 2, nothing but a thing. 28-13. I will say you're going back to that point. Durant's been slow getting back on the other side of the floor so far tonight, which is really odd to me. That's not really like a Coach George team so far, but here's another made 3 from the far corner from Tyson Thompson, the freshman. Makes it 28-16 after back-to-back trays. Washington passes to the top of the key. Quick swing to the far corner. Patton open for the corner 3. He can't answer back. We have a whistle. And it's on Durant. I think it's on Thompson. He tried sweeping the leg of Patton. So this will be 3 free throws here for Case Patton. So what the call there was, when Patton was going up, as he was coming back down, it looked like unintentionally Tyce Thompson got into his landing zone, and that's what leads to 3 free throws for Patton. That's been more of a point of emphasis in the NBA as well.
Yeah.
First free throw made by Patton.
Just because they talk about landing space, and it can be extremely important when a player is shooting a jump shot. You look at instances like Kawhi Leonard and things like that in the NBA where they come down on an opponent's ankle and they end up rolling theirs or get a severe ankle sprain. So, I mean, it's a point of emphasis for sure.
It's really what ruined or what ended Kobe Bryant's career.
Yeah.
He never really was the same after his injury that way. Second free throw good as well by Patton. This trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs, plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Patton trying to go 3 of 3 from the line, and he does so. So a 40% free throw shooter. He's been really good on the year from the field, 42% and 35% from 3. Struggled on the year from the charity stripe, but so far today, 4 of 4. Left wing, McAlester leading 31-16, 6:06 left in the half. Far corner, Flores. Works around, guarded by Brandon, spins past Brandon, left elbow, feeds inside. Perfect pass and finish, Kenyon Johnson. Nearly stolen by Pouncil, but it thinned the needle just enough. Smith the other side, passes angle right through the arms of Pouncil, he recovers. Back to Smith, dribbling, popping shot, right elbow, it's blocked from behind by Tayshawn Williams. He's guarded by Rodney, who's pushed into an official. Top of the key, Patton rips it loose. Now it's officially stolen by Patton. Spins past one man to Rodney, back to Brandon, layup is good. That's a thing of beauty. 33-18, McAlester leads.
I don't know if there was a single dribble after the steal by the Buffaloes there. Almost like a 3-man weave drill is what it looked like.
That is a coach. That's what gets coaches happy there. Low post 2, and McAlester caught napping on the other side. Kenyon Johnson open for the right block 2. 33-20, McAlester leading by 13. Fazio, right front court, dribbles left once and has it thrown straight to Joseph Flores. On the other side, layup is missed. Putback is good by Williams.
Even with the double-digit lead for McAlester, Durant is 9 of 16 from the floor, so they're shooting extremely well right now, just over 50%.
They shot against McAlester, looks like 49%, and still lost that game, where McAlester shot 27. Near corner, Fazio for three. Can't get the shooter's bounce. Hit off the left iron and kind of rolled around but would not fall. And McAllister's offense, for the first time since the first 2 minutes of the game, kind of slowing down. Durant trying to take advantage of it. Flores passing angle right to Stone. Stone takes the right wing three. That one is airballed. From our vantage point, it looks like it's nothing but net.
I thought he made it for a second. It took me a second to figure it out.
He took that from an extra 5 feet beyond the three-point line, and it just grazed the bottom of the netting and out of bounds. So Fazio and Patton checks out. We're back to our starting five on the floor for the Buffs. And really no one in foul trouble. The only 2 fouls that we've had today have been on Jacoby Boyd. Bounce pass. It was telegraphed by Smith and hit out of bounds, but still, McAlester will keep the possession.
But Durant, again, they're kind of hanging around. They took McAllister's big run. They're still down by double digits, but again, they've done a good job of penetrating and finding the open man. That's where they made their living today.
And they've had just enough of an outside shot to open up that inside.
I think they're 3 of 6 from 3 as well, so they're shooting over 50%. From 2 and 3.
Pouncil goes baseline, creates contact, and scores anyway. Pouncil's so good on the drive, and we have a technical foul that is applied directly after.
Oh, I think it's on a Buffalo.
It's on Pouncil. Did he say something?
He must have said something because he got hit on the way up. I'm sure he wanted a foul. I didn't see if he would have said it. I'm assuming he did, but it looked like he might have wanted a foul there.
Basket should still count, and it does. That might be the first technical foul I've ever seen on Davian Pouncil. That just does not happen.
Yeah.
First free throw by Tayshaun Williams is no good. Williams, a 6'3" senior, leads the team by far in points per game at 17.3. The next closest guy, Boston Browder, at 6.6. Williams misses both of the free throws.
And it's their first 2 free throws of the night as well. So, I mean, really, it doesn't change anything. All it does is give Pouncil an extra foul, and he didn't have any. So, really, it doesn't hurt you too bad. You didn't give up any points, and possession was going back to Durant anyways.
And no one's more relieved after those 2 missed free throws than Davian Pouncil. Flores dribbles past Rodney Washington, left wing, feeds it high post, back outside to Browder. Browder jump pass right wing to Valier. Valier near corner to Flores, working around the perimeter, stopping high post, feeds inside, wide pass, and it goes off of King out of bounds. One thing I'm noticing a difference in, and Nate, you were calling this game with me back in December, but it looks like Durant's wanting to up the tempo more than they did back in Durant. They're moving more quickly instead of slowing things down.
They are, and I'm not sure that strategy is going to work against this Buffalo team. This team has a lot of athleticism.
Off a screen, Brandon lost the dribble by the right front court. He's double-teamed and in trouble. Feeds it to Pouncil, who stepped across the half-court line. He had the ball at first, but then when he started his approach towards the perimeter, stepped back once for the acceleration and went over the half-court line.
By the way, that is the 4th turnover for McAlester, but Durant has 9 so far here in the first half. So, and that I think that's been the biggest separator so far because Durant has shot the ball really well. They just have turned it over more.
Valier near sideline looking for the open man on a bounce pass. They find Williams. Now to a cutting Flores down to the mid-range area. He looks for an outlet, finds the right elbow through the hands of Browder, who takes it back by the circle. He's in trouble, passes right wing. Flores takes a floater over a Buffalo that won't fall. Tipped around, offensive rebound Lions. Williams jumps outside, feeds it outside. Far corner three, won't bounce in. Rebounded by Pouncil. Off-footed, gets it over to Rodney. 3:09 left in the half. Up by 13, Rodney stops angle right. Cross-court pass, left wing to Pouncil. Feeds inside to Meat. Meat bumps into a man. Bounce pass, right block 2 made by Caven Hill on a beauty of a feed off the bounce by Jasper Meat.
8 points now for Caven Hill, and the Buffaloes push their lead back to 15. It's a good response.
37-22, 2:49 left in the half. Williams, far corner. He's still really waiting to get going. Pulls up for the left elbow 2. That one won't go either. Meat's got the rebound. Meat, jump pass, ahead to Rodney. Rodney in transition 2-on-2. Perfect feed to Davian Pouncil. Easy layup. It's now 39-22 and a timeout called by Coach George. 2:31 left in the half. McAlester leading by 17 here on this Valentine's Day on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
After McAlester went down 7-3 and went on a 26-3 run, it really hasn't been much in doubt, but Durant has held on just enough to be able to keep this game manageable and within striking distance. McAlester trying to put him away here in the first half. It's still, though, a 17-point game, 39-22. Again, Durant still shooting well, as we mentioned, but it's been the turnovers for the Lions. In the backcourt, Flores, pressured by McAlester, jump pass across the timeline, throws it left wing to Johnson. Johnson feeds it inside, right block two, good. Braylon King, that's where they've been making their living, is right by the rim.
And they're now 10 of 21, which is just shy of 50% again. They're shooting a good percentage.
Brandon picks up his dribble, throws it, never should have picked up the dribble. Intercepted by Leon Stone. Lions work the other way. Have the numbers. Stone wants to attack into the paint, back outside, throws it wide, right into the arms. I believe that's Coach Colbert there that grabs that basketball. That'll be a turnover on the Lions, so no harm, no foul there for Brandon.
Turnover number 10. Was I holding that backwards? I was trying to signal the 1-0. I think I was holding it backwards. I'm not sure.
Turnover number 1.
Turnover number 10, though, for Durant. Great defense by the Buffaloes here in this first half.
Low post. Jasper Meat tries to get around a defender, and there will be an offensive foul on Meat.
I guess they're going to get him for a hook in the arm, but that kind of just looked like one of those classic post moves, spinning baseline.
I don't normally see that. That just Meat's first. Team fourth, though. It's been an inverse from the first quarter to the second when it comes to fouls. Lions had 4-0 on McAlester in the first quarter. Now it's 4-1 for the Buffaloes here in the second. 1:38 left in the half.
Meat took a seat. Kyle Moss checked in for him.
Thanks for the bars, Nate. Top of the key, Thompson finds a man inside. Williams, easy two, again right by the basket. High percentage shots. They're finding the looks here for the Lions thus far, but it's still a 13-point McAlester lead, 39-26. Pouncil finds a lane, gives it up late to Caven Hill. Easy. 41-26. Buffaloes answer right back. A little taste of Durant's medicine.
Caven Hill and Pouncil now both in double figures, 10 apiece for the Buffaloes.
Pass is tipped across the half-court line, they say, as it was retrieved by Tyson Thompson. Crossing over Moss, Thompson into the paint. Gives it up late, low post, stripped loose by Brandon and taken by Kyle Moss. It's tipped right back by the Lions and will be retrieved in the far sideline area. So back-to-back turnovers on our two teams tonight. As Johnson lost the ball and grabbed it as Brandon as he slid across smooth criminal style across the far sideline. And Coach Dawkins livid. He's telling his bench to get up and welcome Davian Pouncil back to the floor. I don't know if he's liking their body language thus far. McAlester leading by 15, though. 41-26. You'll have to see that from a coach. That fired up.
Especially when you're up by 15. Yeah.
Stone in the paint. Never had control of the basketball. But he still gets charged with the travel with 35 seconds left in the half. I think that was closer to maybe a double dribble. But still, McAlester gets the ball regardless.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And on the Durant side, they wanted a foul on a push, but I think that was the right call.
30 seconds left in the half. 15-point McAlester advantage. Moss, far sideline, feeds high post to Hill, back outside Rodney, far corner. Rodney roams up that far sideline, back towards the half-court line. Starts his approach into the corner. Smith open for the corner three. He's fouled as he was approached on by Tyson Thompson. That'll be 3 more free throws here for the Buffs and Brandon Smith.
Yeah, it's not often you see 3-point shooters get fouled, and now that's the second time in the first half that's happened.
By the same player.
Yeah.
The same player fouled from the same location.
That's one of the few cardinal sins in basketball. You don't foul jump shooters, and you don't jump to make passes either.
Brandon Smith, a 74% free throw shooter. 2 of 2 from the line last night against the Glenpool Warriors. Brandon's big bend in the knees. First free throw won't go, though. Despite all of that I said, he's still the team leader in free throw percentage, although Rodney, with the highest free throws attempted on the year, is getting close to Brandon. He's at 71%. Second free throw by Brandon does get the shooter's bounce and kisses the glass and falls through. Back into the game, Boston Browder in for Leon Stone.
Brandon's also the third Buffalo here in the first half to score 10 points.
That'll do.
And that'll do.
Third free throw, and 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 43-26, McAlester leads. Final 15 seconds of the half. McAlester wants to press, and they want 2 more points. Pass across the half-court line, taken by Williams. Williams inside. Gets Rodney to jump over him, but the foul's on the floor. It still won't matter. Free throws will be coming up for Braylon King, as that's McAllister's 5th foul.
Whew, that could have been very dangerous as well with how Rodney landed, almost landing on top of the player. Very glad that he did not. But
sometimes I feel like when Rodney starts to jump, I think he's just going to shoot right through the roof into space.
Just never come down?
Never come down. So Braylon King at the line for 2 free throws, with 5.8 left on the clock in the half. First free throw no good, as Durant's shooting from the line is continuing to struggle. They're 0 of 3. Well, I feel like they've had more, but still 0 of 3. King's second free throw, now they're 1 of 4. Final 5 seconds. Hill throws it to Moss. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Moss tries throwing it left. Intercepted by Flores. Throwing it ahead at the buzzer. Will it count? No. It wouldn't have counted even if it would have went through, is what one official says. And that's the end of the first half. A high-scoring first half for the McAlester Buffaloes. They score 43 in the first 2 quarters to Durant's 27. We'll take a break and look at some halftime stats when we return here on KNED.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top-tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, Mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Well, it has been an odd day, but the Buffaloes are doing what they feel like they should be doing. They're beating the Durant Lions right now 43-27, although the Lions have shot the ball well. They need to get rid of the turnover bug if they want a chance to come back in this one, down by 16 at the break. It's time to look at your first half stats, brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. If it's on the market, you'll find it at first-realty.net. If you have any questions, call us at 918-423-3122.
All right, Chase, take it away.
All right, let's go ahead and look at some player stats with a game high right now. I believe a game high. If not, it's at least a team high. Brandon Smith has 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting. That's good enough for 67%. He's knocked down 1 3-pointer, and he is 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He also has 3 steals to go along with 1 rebound. And then Caven Hill right behind him with 10 points on 5 of 6 shooting. He is 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Also has 2 rebounds, and he is also a game high plus-minus 19 right now. Right behind him, Davian Pouncil also has 10. 3 Buffaloes combining for 31 of their 43 points. Pouncil has 10 on 4 of 9 shooting, 0 of 1 from 3, but he's 2 of 3 from the free throw line, and he also is on double-double watch. I'm going to put it there. He's got 10 points and 7 rebounds, just 1 foul. And underneath him, you've got Case Patton, who's got 6 points on 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He also has knocked down 1 field goal. He has a rebound and 2 steals as well. Then you've got Rodney Washington, who really hasn't scored a lot, which is crazy to say because they're up by 16 points at the half, but just 4 points for Rodney on 2 of 5 shooting. He hasn't really hunted a lot of shots. He is 0 of 3 from the three-point line, though. He also has just 1 foul. Nobody really in foul trouble for the Buffaloes. And then finally, Jasper Mead has 2 points on 1 of 1 shooting, also has 3 rebounds as well, and the 1 block. I believe he had the block down there. If not, it was Caven Hill. I just want to make sure I gave it to the right person.
And going back to Davian Pouncil just real fast, do you want to know a fun stat? You put him on double-double watch. He has more offensive rebounds than he has defensive rebounds this year.
Yes, and again tonight he's got 5 offensive rebounds. It's insane, man.
He's so crucial for the McAlester Buffalo team because he gives this team second chance opportunities. And when you're shooting, I'm not going to spoil it. When you're shooting though, as high as McAlster's shooting today, darn near unstoppable.
Well, and that leads me right into it, Brandon. We talked about how good Durant was shooting, and they are. They're 11 of 22 for 50%, but McAlester is shooting 59%. They're 17 of 29. Now, the one difference here is that Durant is shooting much better from 3 than McAlester. McAlester is 1 of 7 for 14%. Durant is just 4 of 9. That's just a shade under 50 at 44. But then you also have a free throw discrepancy. McAlester has shot 7 more and made 7 more. They're 8 of 11. Durant is just 1 of 4. Also, on the rebounds, it's separated by 5. McAlester has 7 offensive and defensive rebounds for 14 total. Durant has just 9 total with 3 offensive. And now this is where the other discrepancy comes in. Durant has 12 turnovers to just McAlster's 7. Now 7, it's not a crazy high number, but you would like to see that drop a little bit just because some of them were just giveaways, just unforced turnovers. But so far the Buffaloes have played about as good of a first half as you could have wanted, and that's with Rodney only scoring 4 points. So if that's a key factor of how the second half is going to be, and if Rodney gets going, this may end up being a little bit more. I don't want to say that and then things change. Obviously, it's Durant. Anything can happen. But I think with the way they're playing, they're in line to grab a win today.
And what's wild, though, is Durant's looking at this game and thinking of what McAlester thought in the game in Durant. The difference at halftime, I believe, was 16. I know that McAlester was down by 16. At one point, it may not have been to halftime, but it was definitely at some point during the game. McAlester came back from a 16-point deficit to beat the Lions back in December. What Coach George is almost certainly telling his team, hey, they did this to you a few months ago. You can now do that to them in their gym. So McAlester has got to keep it going. Again, in a rivalry game, anything can happen. 43-27 is the score. If McAlster's going to keep up this momentum and really, they have a chance to run Durant out of the gym. If they're going to do that, what do they need to do better in the second half or continue doing that they did in the first half?
Well, simply for McAlester, I think really it's 2 things because I think for the most part they're playing really well. I mean, they're shooting well from the free throw line. They're shooting well overall. They need to knock down some of their turnovers that they have. I know, again, it's not a lot, and they've forced almost double the amount of turnovers for Durant. But, again, you're sitting at 7, and if there's one thing that can keep a team in the game, it's turnovers. And we saw Durant have some success with that in the second quarter when they kind of punched back a little bit. I think they got it back down to maybe 11. I don't think it got lower than that in the second quarter.
11 or 13.
I think it was 33-22, and then McAlester finished on I think, 10-5 run to close out from there. But eliminate some of those turnovers as well as some of the unforced ones, and then just knock down three-pointers. They didn't really take a lot, just 7 total. But if they get some more open looks, and they will, just simply knock them down. Other than that, I think the Buffaloes have done exactly what they need to do to come out with a win today.
I'm impressed that both teams have kind of had a lot of the same mindset today when it comes to their offense. Find shots down by the basket, high percentage shots. Both teams are converting, just McAlester converting at a higher clip. 43-27 is the score. McAlester up by 16, looking to improve to 17-8 on the year and finish off the regular season with a little cherry on top. You're listening to McAlester Basketball here on KNED.
This February, it's about more than getting from place to place. It's about how you feel every time you get behind the wheel. From comfortable sedans to versatile SUVs, there's a Nissan designed to fit your life.
With thoughtful design, advanced technology, and the confidence to go wherever life takes you.
And right now, enjoy rates as low as 0% and top dollar for your trade.
This February, love what you drive.
And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back to play as we're beginning the second half. 43-27 is the score. The McAlester Buffaloes leading the Durant Lions. And Caven Hill answers the bell to begin the second half with a right elbow jumper. And it's 45-27 with 7:41 left in the third quarter. Just getting started here in the second half. Switching sides.
Shooting a great clip as well. 6 for 7 now.
Now McAlester above 60% shooting as here's a baseline jumper that won't go for the Lions. Wide rebound by Davian Pouncil.
2 rebounds from a double-double for him. I'm keeping track.
7:23 left in the third quarter. Rodney, angle right, finds Jasper Meat down inside, bumps into a man, takes the 2, tries to not use the backboard, and it ends up being a missed shot. Durant with the rebound. And by the way, I want to go back to that double-double watch. You know the day that Caven Hill had his 30-point game over in Fort Gibson?
Yes.
He said, I had 30, right? Then he asked me, how many rebounds did I have? And he was more excited that he had the double-double than he had the 30 points. Far corner 3 won't go for the Lions. Another rebound by Davian Pouncil. That's 1 away now. And Rodney ducked for cover. I don't think he expected the basketball in transition the other way, and he goes sailing out of bounds. But when you have an 18-point cushion, you're not going to complain too much.
I didn't see who made that pass to Rodney. Did you see who had made that pass?
It was Pouncil.
Pouncil?
Yeah, Pouncil had the pass there.
Sorry, Davian, but I did have to give you the turnover there. I just wanted to make sure I gave it to the right person.
Someone's got to have it.
Somebody's got to take it.
6:50 left in the third quarter. Off a screen, Flores dribbles right. Stops right on the edge of the three-point line and feeds now to Thompson, who takes his space at the white line. Off a screen, dribbles right side. Thompson, never really gaining control back of the ball, has to pick it up and give it up to the far corner. Working around the perimeter. It's a tip pass out of thin air by Caven Hill. Hill ahead to Smith. Smith waiting. Bounce pass back into Hill, who couldn't take it on a pass by his shins. Steal by the Lions. They go in transition, getting into the corner. Thompson open for the corner 3. Takes it, leaves it short. Down inside, Jasper Meat with the rebound. He's left alone. Skips it a couple of times like a rock on the water. Over to Brandon Smith. Smith inside to Hill. Hill back outside. Pouncil tries to fake and drive, and he's pushed by Malachi Valier. 6:09 left in quarter number 3.
Well, they're doing a great job of moving the ball. Even there, Pouncil, if he wanted the 3, he had a good look, and I like the decision there, and you ended up getting a foul. So now, 6 minutes left, just 4 more to get you in the double bonus if you want to go that route.
Hill far sideline looking to inbound. Finds Rodney with his toes by the out-of-bounds line. Gives it back to Hill. Tries forcing it inside to Jasper Meat, and that's hit out by King of the Lions. McAlester retains possession in the corner for the inbound. Rodney will do the honors. Team looking to go up by 20. Inbound to Smith. Far sideline. McAlester, again, still have only made 1 3 thus far tonight. Skipping it inside. Baseline. Taking the jumper is Caven Hill. That one is short. He's been so good from the field thus far today. Just 2 misses now, I believe.
Yeah.
On the other side, far corner 2 is good. Just a little bit in front of that 3-point line from the corner was Tyson Thompson, and it's now 45-29. Pouncil trying to drive in the other way. He's fouled on his way towards the rack. Malachi Valier picks up another foul. That's the team's second on Durant. And waiting for it to pop up on the scoreboard how many he has personally.
Are they
2.
going to? Okay, I was about to say I was kind of surprised they originally were going to call that on the floor, but they are giving him a shot.
So that will lead to free throws for Pouncil. This trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Pouncil's first free throw gets the shooter's bounce. A little bit of top spin.
And he's also at 11 now, 3 of 4 from the free throw line.
In 1 rebound shy of a double-double. Pouncil's second free throw is in the air and good as well. Straight down the hatch. Buffalo's back up by 18, 47-29, 5:38 remaining in the third quarter. And this would be senior night tonight, but again, McAlester, neither the boys nor the girls have a single senior on their teams, which makes things exciting, and this could be exciting. Rodney Washington over to the other side. Past the man, he hovers for 2. 49-29, Buffs up by 20.
Yeah, just his third field goal and only 6 points for Rodney, but a big one.
Flores into the paint, floater is up and good. 49-31, Lions answered the 2 back with one of their own. 5:09 left in the third. I think everyone was waiting with anticipation on the last one by Rodney.
Yeah.
He hands it off to Pouncil along the perimeter, passes to the left wing. Smith with the ball overhead, begins his dribble further into the corner, bounces it inside to Meat. Meat spins past one man, now feeds inside to Hill. It's undercut, stolen by the Lions. And Valier ahead to Flores, stopping right wing. He thought about the 3, gets it back up to Thompson. Thompson starts his drive, almost has it swiped loose. Far corner 3 by Valier is good. Lions shooting very well. It's now 49-34 the score, and back to a 15-point game. Pouncil trying to drive, kicks it back out. Near corner 3 by Smith, can't answer back. Flying high for the board is Thompson. Trying to have it stripped loose by the Buffs. He dribbles out of it. Thompson being trailed by Brandon, throws it off right side. Valier inside. Right block 2 off the glass, won't go. Offensive rebound. Back up for 2. Block shot. I think that is Caven Hill that came away with the block. And Meat had the rebound. Smith right wing. Smith tries to get past Williams, nothing there. Into the corner. Left wing 3 now by Rodney is short. A long rebound out by the high post. We're going to have some contact here and a foul. And this will be on Davian Pouncil. Just his second, though.
Yeah, that was a really deep 3 by Rodney. Kind of settling a little bit. He's now 0 of 4 from 3. We've seen him do that at times, just kind of settling for those deep shots, not really looking too much to get inside, but he did get that layup off the steal.
Just off from the field so far, 47% still for Durant. And they averaged 49% from the field against McAlester back in Durant. And so somehow this is worse.
And they're kind of hanging around, though. I mean, they're down 15, but they're not really letting it turn into a blowout.
With most McAlester starters still on the floor. Straight away, 3 in the air. That one won't go, wildly off. Long rebound, high post Flores. Back outside, near corner 3 by Browder is no good either. Hill flies side for the rebound. Now McAllister's out in front. Case Patton ahead to Pouncil. Pouncil's layup is good. No one could go the other way for the Lions in time for Pouncil to convert on the other side. It's 51-34.
Still on double-double watch, sitting at 14-9 now. Just needing one more board.
Left front court, Thompson. Back angle left to Browder. Browder being guarded by Rodney, picks his pocket. One-on-one with Browder. Rodney goes up, has his shot blocked out of bounds. Not many people do that against Rodney Washington, but Browder goes up sophomore on sophomore, and that leads to a inbound coming up for the Buffs.
I wonder if Rodney is more surprised than we are about that. I think that's the first time I've seen that.
Even McAlester fans went, whoa.
Yeah, again, that's just not something you normally see.
Fazio will check in for Pouncil. I know we're all rooting for him to get one more rebound, though. Surely maybe not the last time we'll see him unless McAlester goes on a heck of a run to end this quarter. Inbound goes to Fazio out wide near the corner. Fazio gives it to Brandon, tries to, and just threw it wildly off to the right side. Nearly into the tunnel, and that will give the ball back to the Lions.
Yeah, that was just back-to-back bad passes. Just not a great on-target pass from Smith over to Fazio, and then his recovery never really quite grabbed it, and then with Smith right next to him, just kind of missed him.
3:09 left in the third. Again, Durant hanging around. Right now down by 17. Flores driving inside, well guarded by Rodney. Feeds it to a trailing Williams. Williams around Hill and scores. Williams really hasn't gotten going so far today. He's up to 9 points, but again, he's averaging 17.3 on the season. Smith jumps inside the paint. What a move! Brandon Smith couldn't make it finish, though. Offensive rebound, Caven Hill trying to say, I got your back, bro, and he does. 53-36, McAlester answers back with 2.
I have no idea how that didn't go in.
That's what I was thinking.
I looked down and gave him the 2 points, and then you said he missed it. So I have no idea how that didn't go in.
Gravity, like John Mayer. Top of the key. 3 in the air by Stone. No good. Long rebound. Fazio outside. To Brandon Smith looking ahead. Patton was open for a moment. And now dribbling out to the edge of the circle, we have a foul called. She'll be on the Lions, and that's on Tayshawn Williams. That's just his second, team third.
And this has been a slower quarter for McAlester overall. They've outscored Durant in the first 2 frames. They are right now, but just 10 points after 24 in the first and 19 in the second.
Getting Rodney held to minimal points. Rodney jumps inside, tries throwing it to Moscato. A little low. Moscato fighting for it now down the low post, and we'll have our first jump ball of the game, which in high school basketball is crazy that it's taken until 2:14 left in the third quarter.
You're not wrong. I've had games where we've had like 20 jump balls where it just seems like they happen back to back. So that is kind of crazy. That's our first ones.
There was a Pit 8 game that I called once, a Pit 8 tournament game, where we started a tally on how many jump balls we had in the quarter, and I think we had 23.
Oh, my goodness.
Right wing, Williams, guarded by Moscato, gets past Moscato into the paint, feeds it inside. Great look, wide open, Kenyon Johnson. 53-38, again, Lions hanging around, 15-point game. Under 2 minutes left in the third.
It's kind of in that spot where you don't really feel too worried if you're McAlester, but for Durant, you still kind of feel like you're in it. Like it's an attainable feat to get back from.
Hill left alone. Angle right 3 is off kilter. Patton gets the rebound. Patton spins into the low post. Traveled, yeah, that's jump ball. Okay. McAlester will keep the possession, but I thought that Patton might have traveled first, taking an extra step.
Well,
I was expecting that call.
If it's a jump ball, why not blow the play dead? You know, I mean, they did blow the whistle, but they didn't try to really stop it after that.
Nope.
They made it seem like they were about to get a turnover or the and one bucket.
If I'm a Durant fan, I might be a little upset with both of those outcomes.
Yeah.
Fazio looking, finding Moscato. Moscato, far corner 3 in the air. Won't go, too strong. Outside rebound, taken ahead to Thompson. Thompson one-on-one with Brandon Smith. And Smith strips it loose, and it went off the knee of Thompson out of bounds.
Great defensive play once again. And that's one that won't show up for him as a steal, but it's going to be a turnover.
Whew. 1:25 left in the third.
Take a breath, partner.
He's so good, man. McAllister's blessed to have him. Straight away, Patton dribbles right, passes to Smith, angle right. I hope I find the steals record too, by the way. Right elbow. Smith outside of Fazio, into the corner to Patton. Patton, far corner 3, short. Long rebound, Hill. 8-foot jumper, fadeaway, nothing but nylon. 55-38, McAlester back up by 17 again. 60 seconds left in the third quarter. That's a Zac Efron movie, by the way. Near corner 3, Stone can't answer back. High post, Patton rips it loose. Patton ahead to Smith. Smith with the layup. It is good. 57-38. Smith up to 13. Those are his first 2 points of the second half. 41 seconds left. Here's a long shot blocked by Caven Hill. Taken out of thin air by Brandon. He wants to push it again. Brandon jumps inside, splits the defenders. Can't score, though. Easy rebound, low post. Stone tries to push it back the other way, right to left. McAlester has the numbers 4-on-2. Stone doesn't care, and Stone is fouled on his approach to the basket. This will be on the shot, and Stone will go to the line.
I kind of got caught up trying to get the stats here, but I wanted to mention, and there's a chance it could actually change right now, but I think this is the largest lead of the game for McAlester at 19.
They had 20 once.
Oh, it was
they had
20
once, but they are that close. Yeah, Durant took it right back away.
And it could change right here with the free throws.
Southpaw shot falls for Leon Stone.
Checking in for the Buffaloes.
Couple of substitutions. Smith takes a well-deserved break. Kyle Moss checks in for him. As for Hill, he also takes a well-deserved break, and Jacoby Boyd back in. Hill with 16, Pouncil with 14, Smith with 13. What a trio so far today. Second free throw is good as well. And McAllister's winning this game by 17 against right now a team that's at 5th in the 5A4 standings with Rodney not into double digits.
It's crazy.
Near corner, Boyd takes the wide open 3. That one won't go. He goes for his own rebound, but it's hit out of thin air by Williams. Now 2-on-2 in transition the other way. Gets past Fazio. There's the foul. Shot won't go, but Tayshawn Williams with 2 free throws to try to bring this back to a 15-point game.
Thought they were going to get Boyd there, would have been his third, so thankfully it's not him, but it is Fazio. But Durant, again, has a chance to cut it back down to 15 just when you thought McAllister was going to extend it, maybe go on a run. They got to 19. Here comes the Lions right on back.
See, I think McAllister, I'll get the stat in a moment. Williams' first free throw, no good. He's 0-3 from the free throw line tonight. McAllister was down by 11 going into the fourth quarter against Durant back in Durant. So I think if the Lions can get it to an 11-point game, they feel good about their chances in the fourth quarter, at least better than they do right now. But with 13 seconds left, I don't think it's going to happen. Another missed free throw by Williams, and Boyd has the board. 10 seconds left in the third. Boyd is fouled from behind. That'll be team foul number 4. And Williams I think this is going to be his third foul.
As a Durant, like on the Durant side, I don't hate that foul if you're a Durant guy, just because you have a foul to give and you kind of stop Boyd, who had a head of steam past the defender, maybe getting down the lane, and now you got to go back and do it all again. But if you foul again, it's going to be free throws.
Inbound Patton. Let's see if we can get a buzzer beater here. Patton inside the paint. Patton past one man. Wild floater falls. There's the buzzer, and that's the end of the third quarter. McAlester leading 59-40 in this high-scoring affair over the Durant Lions. Put those floors up in the air, Buffalo fans. You're listening to McAlester Basketball on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance, bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carbs hard, land soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Beginning of the fourth quarter with an inbound to the backcourt, Kyle Moss on the floor with Ty Moscato, Case Patton, Jacoby Boyd, and Gianni Fazio. Into the near corner, McAlester with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter, up 59-40. Left wing, Kyle Moss dribbles into a double team top of the key, passes left wing to Moscato. In this man-to-man defense for the Lions, back to the right wing for Patton. Patton jab step left, dribbles and passes near corner to Boyd. Boyd tries to fit it into double coverage. And stepping out of bounds as he recorded the near steal was Joseph Flores, trying to throw it off of Moscato, but already stepping out of bounds.
Yeah, you mentioned the lineup right now for McAlester. Not a single starter on the floor, but that's a luxury you have when you're up by 19 here in the fourth. And these are really good minutes for these guys this close to the playoff as well. You'll take experience however you can get it.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I'm going to build on that in just a moment. Moscato feeds across the baseline, far corner three. Fazio won't get it to go. Long rebound taken by Thompson the other way. Thompson being trailed by Moss. He swipes at the ball. Thompson keeps it inside to Williams. Williams dribbles into the right elbow area and scores. 59-42. Yeah, we were just talking about this before the game. Coach Dawkins likes to do that in games where it's like 15 to 20 points the difference. As Moscato drives, reverse layup, too short, but he's fouled. Comes down awkwardly, but looks like he's okay, and he'll go to the free throw line. Coach Dawkins likes to put in his second string, the 5 to 10 guys, in games like this where it's 15 to 20, so where he can still play the other team's starters and get true varsity minutes, not the ones where you're playing people that may not play in the final 2 minutes in a blowout type of game. Moscato's first free throw is good. This trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. And all of these guys play major minutes in the actual games, too. They're not guys that get late game minutes either. They're people that are rotated in here and there. As Moscato misses the second free throw, Thompson came open for the transition layup, blew that one too strong. Moss has got the rebound. By the way, for Moscato, those were just his 6th and 7th free throws of the season.
Oh, by the way, Durant, who shot really well in the first half, I believe they are just 6 of 17 here in quarters number 3 and 4.
Patton wide open, far corner three. That one almost got the bounce in. Fight for the rebound. Durant can't grab it. It'll stay with McAlester.
And to build off that, as good as McAlester shot and played today, they are just 1 of 15 from 3.
What is it with us shooting threes against Durant, man? We were 2 of 22 from 3 back in Durant, and now 1 of 15. So let's do our math, ladies and gentlemen. That's 3 of 37 in the series against Durant from deep, and they're still winning this game by 18.
That's not a normal recipe for success, but it has been so far this season.
Moscato in the circle, feeding across the circle over to Fazio. Back to Boyd, angle right. Boyd now to Moss, left side. Looks more like a 2-3 zone. Could be a man-to-man. Is dribbling to the high post, losing the ball. On top of it with the steal are the Lions and Braylon King, and they throw it right back away, out of bounds.
Yeah, and I really like how Dawkins, he's letting these guys play. They've had a turnover, they've missed some shots, but he's not immediately pulling them out because at times that can kill confidence for younger guys. And he's letting them play, figure it out a little bit. And again, that's the luxury you have with the lead.
That's why McAlester has not had very many blowout wins this year. They could have them, as there's the turnover going across the baseline was Ty Moscato. Lions get the ball back. Yeah, they could have plenty of 20-plus win games this year, but by my count, I think they've only had one, and I think it was against Pryor, a 22-point win back on January 16th. That's the only win. A team that, if they finish off this quarter with 6 minutes left in it, up by 18, as here's the drive, losing the ball on the drive. I'll continue my thought in a moment. Low post, Williams spins past. Fazio can't score. Great post defense. Fazio, though, fouls after the offensive board, and there'll be free throws on the way, again, for Tayshawn Williams. But, yeah, McAlester, if they finish this one off and they improve to 17-8, not many times you see a 17-8 team only beat one team the entire year by 20-plus.
Yeah. But big picture thinking by Coach Dawkins.
First free throw good, especially with a young team, too. Williams makes his first free throw of the day. He's already into foul trouble, by the way. He has 4 fouls, the team's leading scorer on the season. Williams' second free throw to pull it to 16, gets them both. Now 60-44. If you see this get to about 15 points, though, expect the starting 5 to come right back in, but they have a big break that they have right now. Patton left wing to Moss. Moss bounces it a little bit further into the quarter to Moscato. Moscato finds the baseline, attacks it, passes across. Faking left, now passing right. Fazio for 3, nothing but net. Gianni Fazio with another made 3. I believe that's 4 straight games with a made 3 for Gianni Fazio. 63-44, Buffs back up by 19. Williams throws it out, trying to answer it back. Stone finds the bottom of the net. Answering right back to a 16-point game. That's Stone's second made 3 of the game, 63-47.
But again, a good response by the Buffaloes, and as we see now, the starting 5 coming back up. But I really think that you've gotten a lot of good minutes, really, on 1 through 10 today.
Far corner, Moscato. I'll tell you my observation here in a moment. Moscato feeds it to Patton. Patton near corner. Patton loosely guarded, now trying to apply pressure more. He dribbles around the arc, reverses his direction, splits the defenders. Low post 2. Patton draws the late whistle. He'll get free throws here. Brandon Smith came from behind to Rodney Washington and was untucking his jersey.
I did not see that.
But Patton will go to the line. This trip to the line brought to you by Big V Feed Center for your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices. Don't forget that number, 918-426-1951. So a brand new 5 coming in for the Buffs. First free throw made by Patton.
He's now 5 of 5 today, Brandon, from the free throw line.
9 points for Patton. That's a new career high, too.
See, they're leaving Pouncil out at the moment.
Pouncil will be the one to come in for the shooter should Patton make the second free throw. Now, ever playing varsity basketball, Chase, have you ever seen someone going to come in for you and you think, hey, if I miss this free throw, I get to play a little bit longer? Do you ever think that?
That did cross my mind. I don't think I ever intentionally missed, but I do think I definitely thought about it.
Patton makes the free throw. He's into double digits for the first time in his varsity career. Pouncil will check in for him. And the starting 5 back in for the Buffaloes with a healthy lead. 18 points the difference with 4:50 left in this one in the regular season as well. Before they have a nice near 2-week-long break before they start the regional tournament. What looks like will be in Collinsville against Bishop Kelly. In the circle, Thompson guarded opposite of Hill. Passes, short corner, driving. Williams splits the defenders, but meets right there with the rejection. Rebounded by Rodney out by the corner. 65-47, Jasper Meat with a tough post defense.
I think that's his second block of the day as well.
In Meat, that's now 8 blocks. He has a quarter of his blocks on the entire season tonight. 4:15 left.
That'll do.
Smith dribbling to the left side, backs it on up. Trying to force Durant to come out to him. Stone will attempt to do so, and now he steps on back a little bit. Now starting back his approach. Front court, gets past a man, feeds it to a trailing Meat. Meat took an extra step.
Yeah.
The thing about post players, they're used to their home down there in the paint. And when you're starting your approach and you're like, I'm looking at this, I've never been in this position before, sometimes you get a little happy feet there.
Yeah, he took his first dribble near the three-point line. That might have been the first time that's happened for him.
I'm wide open. Bounce pass near corner, Williams feeds it inside into traffic, but the Lions come back out with it. Far corner 3 in the air by Williams. Got it. Excuse me, that was number 5, Tyson Thompson, who makes his Third made 3 of the game. He's up to 11 points, and it's back to a 15-point game, 65-50. Pouncil finds it inside. Pouncil back outside. Smith on the dribble. Takes it back out with 3:26 left in the game. Lions trying to fight back. Smith reverts into the paint. Now floater's up and made by Brandon Smith. Just can do it all by himself if he wants to. 15 points. And the Lions are down by 17. Trying to answer back again.
Still the craziest part about all this, Rodney only has 6 total points in this game.
And McAllister's already passed their season average. Near corner, Williams takes the 3 from the corner over Caven Hill, and they keep on answering back. Down to a 14-point game. Final 3 minutes, though, for the Lions to try to mount their comeback.
This might be the closest it's been here in the second half as well. So they've gotten it down to 15 a couple times. I'm not sure if it's been lower.
And Williams has found his groove here now. Now, a no-look pass, they had Caven Hill wide open. He just was not ready for it.
Yeah, that was a rocket from Rodney as well. I like the no-look. If you're going to do that, maybe just take a little bit off it because that's an easy 2 right there.
2:36. Can the Lions bring it back to a 12 or 11-point game? Flores throws it to the feet of Stone. He's double-teamed. Now into the corner. Thompson for 3. That's a little strong. Mead's got the easy rebound, and he's left alone. He starts his dribble. Running the point, Jasper Mead. He picks it up and looks for a man. Now throws it into traffic. Grabbed by Pouncil. Pouncil now the attack. Euro step for 2. Got it. Coach George is wanting the charge. I don't think that was a charge. That was a nice Euro step by Davian Pouncil. I mean, a nice dance on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, if anything, I think he brushed his arm, but I think they were trying to sell contact.
Straightaway 3 by Flores is off kilter. Rebound out in the paint by the Lions back outside. Flores thought about another 3 attempt. Instead bounces it to Stone on a double bounce. Stone flying in. It's bounced off of Pouncil and stolen by Meat. Throws ahead to Hill. 3-on-2 in transition. Hill going for it himself, and he wanted to dunk it. He just left it a little short. Rebounded by the Lions going the other way. Flores into the corner. Thompson, another wide open corner 3. That one's good. His 4th made 3 of the contest. And with 1:35 left in the game, they've cut it back to a 13-point game. 69-56 McAllister leads, and we'll take a timeout. You're listening to McAllister Basketball on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAllister and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAllister and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Ever notice how one thermostat can spark a full family debate? Dad cranks it down, mom turns it up, and the kids, well, they just want it perfect for video games. That's when your HVAC system says, I'm done. And that's when we step in to keep everyone comfortable and prevent the family from turning on each other. Because let's be honest, the dog shouldn't have to choose sides. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445.
1 minute, 35 seconds left in the game, and this Durant Lion 3-point shot is keeping them in the game. Now, albeit it is a 13-point difference, but still within striking distance should things get crazy here in the final 90 seconds. Lions, surprisingly, though, are not pressing, trying to create turnovers. And also, they have to foul McAllister 3 more times to get McAllister into the bonus. Left wing, Pouncil feeds it. Short corner, Hill dribbles it outside the perimeter, picks up his dribble, and gives it back to Pouncil. And right now, time is McAllister's ally.
Yeah, I'm as shocked as you are that they weren't guarding closer earlier.
Inside, Hill, mid-range floater, off the back iron, rebounded by the Lions. They have a chance to bring this to a 10-point game if they make another 3. Flores spins past Rodney. Now gets to the high post, back outside, open for 3, taking it is Boston, missing it. Easy rebound by Brandon, throwing ahead to Rodney. Rodney 2-on-1, bumps into a guy, gets the 2 and 1. Rodney Washington, he shoots, he scores right this way to the charity stripe, sir.
So he's actually up to 8 now, 4 of 9 shooting. So, I mean, he's still below that double-digit threshold, which we talked about. He has not had a game where he's finished in single digits, I believe. Is that right?
That's right.
In his entire career.
And now he's sitting at 8 with a chance to get to 9. I'll bet I don't know if he knows where he's at, but I'll bet he might be hunting another bucket here if he doesn't get subbed out.
Ty Moscato will come in, but it looks like he's coming in for the shooter.
Yeah, so Rodney may finish below 10 points.
And also, that was a foul number 5 on Tayshawn Williams, so the leading scorer for the Lions is done for the rest of this 52 seconds. Rodney makes the free throw. Moscato will check in for Rodney, and for the first time in his career, Rodney will finish in single digits. But again, McAllister's put up plus 70 on a team that gives up about 60 points a game without their top scorer getting into double digits. That's got to make a coach feel really good about their chances should he not perform one night. And really, he didn't really try that much tonight to really score a bunch of points either. As you mentioned at halftime, top of the key 3 by Stone is off kilter. Flores has the offensive rebound. He was left alone by Pouncil, and I think Pouncil thought he had help in the low post. It leads to a made 2. And now more people will check in. We've got Schuler Pickens, also J.P. Pofabidi.
But to go off your point about Rodney, only 9 total shots tonight. He was not hunting the shot as he normally does. I mean, we've seen him shoot upwards of 24 shots, 25 in a game. But tonight only 9, and they really did need him to do more than that.
And what was really cool about Rodney last night, he was hunting 1,000. He was still giving up the open look despite knowing that he was like 1 point away from 1,000. He was still playing team basketball, being unselfish, and it's what you love to see, not just from McAllister fans, but also from Coach Dawkins. Near corner, Pofabidi. Everyone wants him to make the 3. Everyone's getting ready for it. Near corner 3 in the air. Pofabidi too strong. Ball goes out. Last touch by McAllister with 14.6 seconds left.
Man, that bench was going to explode on the McAllister side.
Pofabidi has taken 4 shot attempts this season. All 4 have been 3 attempts. They want one to fall for him so bad. We'll see if he gets one more chance. 8 seconds though left in the game. Left wing Stone dribbles to the high post. Back outside. Right wing 3 in the air. 3 won't go. Long rebound at the buzzer. Blocked shot by Moscato. We'll count that. Give Moscato a block in the final score here. In the final game of the regular season, the McAllister Buffaloes take down the Durant Lions 72-58 in much less dramatic fashion than what we had 3 months ago. But the Buffaloes in the regular season with a cherry on top, as we've been mentioning all game long. Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column black and gold. Again, 72-58 the final. We'll talk about it with your post-game stats when we return here on KNED.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy and DOT physicals in addition to our other services. We are excited to announce that we have opened a new location in Longtown, and we are accepting new patients. McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
This February, it's about more than getting from place to place. It's about how you feel every time you get behind the wheel. From comfortable sedans to versatile SUVs, there's a Nissan designed to fit your life. With thoughtful design, advanced technology, and the confidence to go wherever life takes you. And right now, enjoy rates as low as 0% and top dollar for your trade. This February, love what you drive. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
What's up? This is my Valentine's date today, as the McAlester Buffaloes end up winning this one 72-58, the final score here on Valentine's Day. Thank you for joining us here on our coverage of McAlester basketball, and we hope that you've had a fantastic Valentine's Day. It's been a little bit of a hectic one here at the McAlester Activity Center. Of course, the girls did not get to play tonight. We didn't have officials at 3 p.m., so the latest that we heard on the girls is that they were forced to forfeit that game, but there were talks that it could be a makeup game on Tuesday at 6 o'clock in Durant. We don't really know the latest update. That was the last one that we got, but if there is a change and McAlester girls do go to Durant on Tuesday, we'll keep you guys informed. So just make sure that you're following us on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio or Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. But the boys, they make it 2-0 against Durant. They already had the third place spot locked down in 5A4, but they finished the season at 17-8 and now prepare for the postseason. 3 wins away. If they get to 20, they will go back to the state tournament for the first time in 20 years, and that's what Coach Dawkins and this team is looking to do. Let's recap this game with our post-game stats brought to you by McAlester Auto Collision. They are who you want after the event. They'll make your vehicle look great again. Call 918-715-3173. Chase?
Well, partner, it helps when 4 of your starting 5 score 57 of your 72 points, and that's exactly what happened tonight. They were led by Caven Hill and Davian Pouncil, who tied for a game high. Both had 16 points tonight. For Hill, he shot 8 of 13. That is 62% from the field, was 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Also had 6 rebounds, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. Now, for Pouncil, he shot 55%, 6 of 11 from the floor. He also was 0 of 1 from the three-point line, but he was 4 of 5 from the free throw line, and that's a welcoming sign for him. He didn't get the double-double. Maybe we talked about it too much. I don't know. So
it's the announcer's
maybe
jinx.
we announcers jinxed. I'm not sure. But he finished with 16 and 9. And so he was close. I would give it to him if I could.
And what's funny is he had the 2 rebounds to get to 8 and 9 in like the first minute of the third quarter, and then didn't have a rebound the rest of the game.
That's normally how it goes in those situations, especially if you're unaware of where you were at. And then right behind him, you had Brandon Smith with 15 points. Again, all 4 of these guys that helped score 57 of the 72 shot 50% and up. Brandon Smith was 6 of 11, just like Pouncil. He was one of the 2 made three-pointers tonight, as the Buffaloes just made 2 of 17 from 3. But Brandon Smith was 1 of 3 from deep, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, had 2 rebounds and 3 steals. Not like that's a surprise. That's all he does is get steals every single game. And then right behind him, the final Buffalo in double figures. How about this? And a career high. Case Patton had 10 points tonight, was 6 of 6 from the free throw line. One of those was when he made 3 in a row off of a foul when he shot a 3. He did not make a 3 tonight. He was 0 of 2, but he also had 3 rebounds and 2 steals of his own as well. Rodney Washington tonight, it was I think we could say a career low for him tonight.
It was.
9 points on 4 of 9 shooting, 0 of 4 from the three-point line, but you won by 14. You didn't really need him tonight. Right after, to go along with that, he had 1 free throw as well, and it makes a little bit of a sense, especially him hunting the 1,000 points last night. Maybe felt like, and it's the second game of a back-to-back, you didn't really need him as much, and when you can get filled up in other spots, it makes it a lot easier.
Also, when you've locked down the third-place spot already, don't want to force too much and maybe have an injury in the game where you want to win over a rival, but in a game where it matters in terms of postseason, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, and then to go along with the offense, on the defensive side, Rodney also had 2 steals. as well. And we'll get to the steal and the turnover numbers here in a second. To close things out, Facio, he had one made three for 3 points. Jasper Meat had a bucket. I believe it might have been in the first half or maybe early in the third, but he finished with 2 points. And then Ty Moscato knocked down one of 2 free throws to close off the scoring for McAlester.
Going back to Fazio, what if I told you that he has 50% of the made threes against Durant this year?
Oh, so what, they've made 4 and he's hit 2 of them?
He's hit 2 of them, one at each location.
Well, that leads me right into the shooting numbers, Brandon. McAlester ended up shooting a better percentage overall, right at 50%. They were 28 of 56. They actually ended up taking 4 more shots than Durant, who was 22 of 52 for 42%. McAlester, though, from 3, 2 of 17. Again, that's not normally a recipe for success, but we'll talk about the turnovers here in a second.
McAlester was 67% from inside the three-point line tonight.
Excuse me, that blew my mind, I guess. Yeah. But that'll get it done, especially on a night when you just cannot dial it in from beyond that three-point line. But another plus tonight, which was one of my keys, which we didn't really get into that for the boys game, but it was make free throws, and they were 14 of 18. I mean, you won by 14, and you made 14 free throws. So there is that. On the Durant side, they were 5 of 11 from the free throw line, and I didn't mention their three-point percentage. They were 9 of 25. They took 8 more than McAlester and made 7 more. That is a 36% clip. And then on the rebound side, McAlester won that 30 to 25. McAlester had 10 offensive boards to Durant's 8. They actually kind of made up some ground there in the second half on that front. But on the steals and the turnover side, this is where there's a big difference. McAlester had 18 forced turnovers against Durant. The Buffaloes, though, still had 13, but they finished with less turnovers in the second half than they did in the first. So they may have heard me. They cut down on those turnovers, and they come away with a 14-point win. Finally, they had 5 blocks to Durant's 3.
All right, so in the final game of the regular season, you cannot wish for a better result than beating your rival by 14 points here. Final thoughts on McAllister's game and their season going into the postseason here?
Yeah, it's tough for the girls. We talked pregame. If any of you guys got to hear the pregame for the girls game that didn't actually happen today, we thought maybe it could be a good chance for them to, get some steam heading into the playoffs. Unfortunately, they're not going to get that game. But now you get some time off. You get a little bit more time than you thought. Maybe the rest will be good for them, and they can give it, their best chance when they go up against, is it Booker T?
Booker T is what they're scheduled to go up against right now, and that will be, of course, in Booker T.
So hopefully some of this rest helps them, and they can give them a pretty good fight when they go down and take them, or I guess go up and take them on up in Tulsa. But for the boys, it's a good win tonight. You ended up getting a sweep over your rival. I mean, you said the last win they had before this season was the first win since 2023?
Yes, their first win over Durant since, I think, December of 2023.
So I'll put you on the spot. When is the last time they swept Durant in the regular season?
I want to say might have been 2 years before that. I think
so
it was
2021?
I think it was the year they went 13-12. That was last year they went to the state or the area tournament. That was 21-22.
Well, it's always good to beat your rival, even better to sweep them, and to add to that, first time in 5 years that they've done that. So great job by the Buffaloes. Just 3 wins away from doing something they haven't done in 20 years. And, hopefully they can ride this on into the playoffs in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, we're all for it. As of right now, it looks like the Buffaloes will be going, as of right now, I want to clarify that, it looks like they're going to be going to Collinsville and taking on Bishop Kelly in the first round of the regional tournament. And again, that game will be one and done. Whoever loses that game, their season is over. So you could have had a 17-8 year. McAllister's had times where they've gone 14-8 in the season, and they haven't been able to make it to the area tournament because they lose that first game in the regional tournament. So they need to make sure that they're dialed in 2 weeks from 2 days ago, or I guess it'll be from yesterday. They'll play on the Friday. So they need to make sure they stay dialed in, stay locked in, because your season is on the line in the make-or-break-it game, what looks like to be in Collinsville here in just a couple of weeks. And if they win that game, then it's you have double elimination, and you're 2 games away from the state tournament. So we'll see if the Buffaloes can get it done and get those 3 wins. But that's all that we have for today. Chase, can you thank our sponsors one final time, and we'll wrap things up and get everyone ready for their Valentine's Day night.
My pleasure, Brandon. We're going to go ahead and shout out Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, Freeze and Flare, Heat and Air, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Fenton Nissan McAlester, W.E. Alford Propane, The Bank & A, Stipe Law Firm, Vickers Power Sports, and First Realty.
And a big thank you to our board operator, Wyatt Hubbard, and thank you to Nate Brown, the man on our video stream here tonight to make everything go smoothly on our video stream. And thank you, the listener, for spending your Valentine's Day with us as well. One final time from the McAlester Activity Center, a.k.a. the MAC in McAlester, Oklahoma, for the 2025-2026 season. Not coming back to this court until we start the volleyball season next year with Chase. So, again, this final score was 72-58 until the final week of February when McAlester basketball begins the postseason with the regional tournament. On behalf of Chase McNutt and myself, this is Brandon Green saying, Buffaloes win. And don't just have a great night. Have a Buffalo night, everybody.